Okay, now that you've learned how important it is to move like from your hips, so it's time to learn the first yellow belt strikes. The yellow belt strikes, there's three parts: the elbow strikes, the outside strikes, and the punches. So let's look at the elbow strikes first. There's 4 elbow strikes, and the first few start from a natural stance. So imagine you're just standing here, you're grabbed maybe by, or actually by the shoulder. So you're looking over your shoulder, your arm goes up, maybe better demonstrated from the side. So I'm looking over my shoulder, arm goes up, stepping back, ball of the foot down, pushing down, strike here. So one more time. 1, 2. Of course, I'm first looking over my shoulder to see who's actually there. So the back elbow strike, 1, 2, 3. Make sure you keep your forearm horizontal. So we don't want to see this, and we don't want to see this, but 1, 2, here. You can use your other hand, so you're making a fist with the arm, with the fist of the arm, that's making the strike, and the other one pushes. Okay, let me turn around. What we can do is like 1, 2. This is elbow strike on the left side, and go. And then we have the elbow strike to the side. So pretty much the same thing. Now you're looking to the side, arm goes up, step, and go. Step, and go. So we've got the back elbow strike, 1, 2, and sideways, 1, 2. The next 2 are from defensive stance, although you can also do them from offensive stance if you want to. One is the elbow strike up, step forward, up, here. Like check if your hair is okay, that kind of motion. So this is a step, heel, push down, slide in, strike, and return. Also on the left side, 1, 2, and back. And then the fourth one is slide forward, inward, elbow strike. Make sure that your elbow points forward and keep your shoulder low. So don't hit like this, so not too low. 1, and look, it's my hip that's making the motion. It's not 1, just my arm, 1. It's the hip that makes the motion. 1, 2. What we usually do, we put them all 4 in a little form. So it starts out like this: right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and back to your defensive stance. And now if you want to, you can turn around and repeat on the other side. So these are the elbow strikes. Next are the outside strikes. And we start with the outside strikes, as we saw in the introduction. Look, it's easy to move your hip outside and generate a lot of force. When we do the outside strike, we can use the forearm or the knife edge. So the forearm is like the outside of your forearm, and the knife edge is here. We call this like the knife edge of your hand. So outside step and go. So you're starting usually from an offensive stance, in, out. Again, it's my hip making the strike. 1, 2. You don't want too much like 1, 2. That's something I do if I just strike with my arm. If I'm using my hips correctly, 1, here. I don't need to give away what I am about to do. There's one here, out. Also with the left, one, out. Offensive stance, defensive stance doesn't matter. Strike. But also as a basic exercise, you already saw it in the introduction. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just keep going. Get those hips moving. Very important. But as a basic strike, knife hand strike, using your knife hand, or forearm strike, a little bit more massive, using your forearm. Now it's on to the punches. You've got 2 punches, the jab and the cross. Okay? Of course there's more, but at yellow belt, 2 punches, the jab and the cross. All punching is done from the offensive stance first. So we're starting in offensive stance. Here, guard up, 1, back. So this is your jab, 1, back, 1, back. 2 things already important. 1, turn. If I don't turn, look, my face is still open. If I turn, my hand, my arm, look, they cover my face. So, 1, 1, 1, 2. Not 1, this is just, again, just my arm moving, hip, 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 hip. So that's the jab. Also pull it back. So 1, no, 1 back, 1 back, 1 back. Keep your elbow low. 1, no, elbow low, punch, elbow low. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, that's your jab in a very basic fashion. The cross, not that different. 1, 1, 1, here. Move, here. Now, this is just my arm. Hip, hip, hip. If you want to, you can keep your ball of the foot here. Makes it a little bit easier to move your hips. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Those are very basic, the jab and the cross. Let's go a little bit less basic. Step, step, step. So step forward, 1, 2. And then you can make an easier combination. But 1, 1, 1. So step, punch, step, punch. Another thing, don't telegraph. 1, 2 is like, or like in Dutch, you say, you know, don't call the other person. Don't go like, hey, there's a punch coming, and then strike. No, straight forward, straight forward, straight forward, and back, back, here, back. Same. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it's quite easy to go to the combination. When you're making the combination, pulling your punch back becomes even more important. Why? Look, 1, when I'm pulling this one back, the other one automatically comes forward. So it's not like 1, 2, but 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. And this is to make your combination. Make a lot of combinations. You know, it's very easy to spot the difference between someone who's like, watch this video one time, think, oh, I can punch now, or someone who has really put some effort into it. Use your hips. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Sometimes we call it the 1, 2. Okay? It's easy. Another thing, don't respond to just like audio cues. It's not like, oh, 1, 2. No, look at something. Usually we say, okay, the other person maybe has some targets, holds it up here. So strike 1, strike 2, combination. Yeah, so now you're learning to respond to visual cues. So practice that way. Okay? I'm going to do it like with things I say now because I don't have someone with targets right now. It's like 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here, always back, bam, 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 bam. Later in the intermediate course, we'll also look at like how to utilize your steps even better in punching. But for now, punch, 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 punch. 2 ways to hit the target. I think the most common way, and the way a lot of people know, is use the front 2 knuckles. These knuckles are quite fragile. These ones are a bit bigger. Also a good reason to turn, because it brings the 2 bigger knuckles forward. There's also a way, 1, to put your whole fist in there, and then usually your hand is a little bit more relaxed. 1, 2, yeah, 1. So like a real turn, or 1, 2. Just experiment with that. Basic one, turn, turn. 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, make a lot of repetitions. I've said it in the previous lesson. Yeah, repetition builds speed. So you don't have to start fast. But if you look, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, and this is not repetition enough. You know, like you can do it 100 times. 1, 1, 1, 2, and then go. But speed comes through repetition, and not just by doing it fast. That's a huge mistake. A lot of people, oh, I just have to punch faster. No, please don't. 1. Yeah, just repeat, repeat, over and over again. I'll say it one more time. Repetition builds speed. Repetition builds speed. Also practice on different targets. Yeah, it's good, like if you've got a partner who can hold some targets, practice on the heavy bag as well. It gives a completely different experience. Yeah, and maybe later put on some gloves and practice on your friends. Okay, so this is the lesson for yellow belt strikes. Let's get on to the orange belt strikes.